Welcome to SHTV. I'm your host Naomi Manug. The Secondary 1B students use what they learned in their novels to build this episode around fear. Let's investigate the fear of trying to be popular.
Watch where you're going, nerd. Are you still wearing that hockey sweater?
One day I'll be like you, Hobig.
As long as people bully you again, don't let it get to your head, okay? I believe one day you can be just as good of a hockey player as Hobig. In fact, you could even sign up with the school hockey team to better your skills. You could show everyone.
Thanks, but I'm afraid they're gonna bully me again. But I'll think about it.
Well, I'm proud of you, man. Alright, bye. I gotta go.
You know what? I'll give it a try.
The day of the hockey game.
At home.
I need to get better at hockey. I can't believe I got bullied again. I need to start working out. Okay, I'm ready.
The day of the match.
Hello, welcome back to America's Got Talent. So, give a big round of applause for our judges. Now, give it up for Sophie. Give it up for Sophie. Give it up for Natasha.
I will be facing my biggest fear walking in nature.
Natasha, what do you have to say?
Well, I think that the performance was quite good, but it could have been better. But I would say,
Oh, well, I think that the performance was just amazing and impeccable.
Yeah, no, I say a no because it's just pretty basic and I don't like the performance.
While a lot of people fear trying to be popular, there's also the fear of being alone.
This year, we read the book So Be It. In the novel, Heidi, the main character, travels all alone and she gets really scared. She tries to find her way home, but she can't because of her fear. We tried to see how we would react in a scenario like that one. Let's see.
what a ride. Oh God, where am I? Okay, Bernie, can you make the caller? Calm down, Heidi. Calm down. Hello? Yeah, Bernie? Yeah, that's me. No, Bernie, I'm scared. Bernie? Where did you go? Bernie? Okay. Heidi, calm down. Bernie's tracking you on the map. I'm positive. Okay. Oh. I see houses. I'm safe. Okay. Oh my God. I'm I'm right. Okay, I do see houses. Heidi, you got this. She was right. It is my destination. I can do this. This is it. I knew it. Bernie was right. I can do this. I am finally going to get answers to my questions. This is where my future begins. I got this. Lean on the door. And that's it. Just one call to the
Public speaking is also one of the biggest fears. For that, we sat down with noted public speaker Christopher Dedeyan and asked him 5 questions.
Hello, my name is Christopher Dedeyan. I am a professional speaker and a peak performance coach, as well as a learning disability advocate. I am really happy to be here getting interviewed by your guys' YouTube channel, and let's have some fun.
Do you get stage fright or get scared to speak to a big crowd when giving public speeches?
Honestly, the answer is no. Now, the reason why is because it really depends about your preparation. So if you're ready for it and you prepared it beforehand and you know your content, you know your slides, honestly, it's actually more like you're a lion in a cage and just waiting for the doors to open and just have fun and give your gift of that speech to the audience. But counterpart, if you're not ready for it, like anything, that's when the nerves really happen. So that's really what I would answer that question. It really depends about your preparation and the knowledge of the content that you're going to deliver.
In general, can fear be important and useful for people?
Oh, 100%. I love that question. Not only could be important, but it is something that I believe high-end individuals that succeed very well utilize it for their advantage. If you look at fear and just put a different type of swing on it, fear is false evidence appearing real. So it's something that starts in your mind and you start fearing something that may potentially happen or may not actually happen. And because of that, you start moving differently. Now, if you are somewhat successful, you understand fear is only getting you out of your comfort zone. So you actually invite fear. And once you invite fear in your life, then you're able to approach it so much more successfully. And then you're able to notice whatever you do in life, if you're not a bit afraid, you're staying in your comfort zone, not pushing yourself. Now, granted, you have to understand the difference between fear and danger, which I believe there's a lot of discrepancy within that. People have a mix-up with that. Danger is actually something tangible that could hurt you. Fear is something that you're thinking about that may potentially hurt you, and 97% of the time, it actually does not come to fruition as well. Only 3% of the time of what we actually think about might come out in fruition.
What was your biggest fear and how did you overcome it?
Great question, Mia. Very simple. Being dyslexic, which is a learning disability that has to do with reading and writing, it's something that you're usually born with. It's a neurological thing. It was the fear of reading, and still very much something that I juggle with / fight with every single day. Now granted, today being 35, being in the career that I'm at, it's not something that paralyzes me at all, but still a part of it. When I was younger though, that's when it really affected every single decision I've taken. And I didn't even know it, from what career I chose to go into, to repressing the real feeling that I had to potentially become an entrepreneur and beyond, and repressing it because that's a field that has a lot of reading and writing. Those was the main ones. Now, if we counter it right now, other than the reading, the biggest fear that I would have right now is honestly the fear of not living up to my greatest potential, which seems a bit like fluffy as an answer, but it's truly my biggest fear. I'm trying to be the best that I can be and serve the best way possible God and my family and my community, and to do so I have to be at a very high level. And to create that is something you have to do on a daily basis. And I do not want to come at the end of this life and to be positioned in the fact to be like, hey, I didn't live up to my greatest potential because I didn't do the work or I didn't approach it the right way. So that's my correlating, like the base fear that I have, which is the learning disability, which is the reading aspect more towards it. And now achieving and trying to get those top end goals, the fear of not living up to my greatest potential of whatever God wants me to do on this earth.
How can fear impact our decision-making process?
Another good one. Not only I believe that it could impact it, I truly do believe every single decision every individual makes in life is dictated by fear. And I would say most of the time people do not understand that or cognitively are aware of it. But every single decision you take, you're potentially feeling to do something inside of you, your heart, your gut, and potentially you're repressing it, calling it out of practicality because you're like, hey, I have bills to pay, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm this, I'm that. So every single decision, I truly believe the basis of it comes down to being afraid. Now, counterpart to that, like I was mentioning previously, as you understand this relationship with fear and you go towards a success route, then you start utilizing it as a framework to position you to go out of your comfort zone. So when you take a decision, you're like, hey, is this scaring me? And if it's not scaring me, that means I'm playing in my comfort zone. And if it's scaring me, that means I'm going towards something new, something that's gonna challenge me, something that I'm gonna have to learn and develop a skill set that I need. So I do believe that it dictates every single one of every person's decision, and some people know it and some people do not.
If we could overcome fear with one motivational word, what would that word be?
That's an interesting one. I would go back to the previous response and say potential. Fear would be potentially stopping you to live your greatest version of yourself. So what potential are you leaving on the table? So correlate that to motivate you to understand that if you want to live your best potential, you have to be able to have a good relationship with fear and understand it. So for me, that aspect motivates me immensely. Understanding that when fear comes, it's just playing in my potential. Am I gonna be leveling up, or am I gonna be taking in the fear and just being paralyzed and going into that analysis paralysis and potentially not doing the move that I need to do or whatever is linked up with that fear?
Where can we connect with you online?
Thank you for that. Honestly, on every single platform, it's at Christopher Dedeyan. Usually I spell my family name, but this is an Armenian show, so you guys know how to spell that. I am quite active on Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, all of that aspect. I am blessed to have a great team that just puts out content in regards to inspiration, motivation, but not only that, understanding the biochemistry of the brain and the body to utilize it for your advantage. Everything I do is about high performance. I'm passionate about that, and I'm passionate about communication, so we give some tricks, tips, and methodologies within that. So if you guys want to connect, don't hesitate at all.
claustrophobia, and like it started from when I was young. There was this like chest in my house that we used to use like for storage. But then one day a friend of mine decided to go in it, and then like we took turns. So when I went in it, I became stuck. So I couldn't get out for like 2 to 3 minutes. So that's how it became claustrophobic.
Talia's challenge is she's gonna go in a girls' changing room and she's gonna go in a locker and we're gonna close the door and it's gonna be all dark and we're gonna see if she's brave enough to face it.
In 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Okay.
So now we're gonna do like a small twist to the challenge.
While a lot of people think our teachers are fearless, we had the chance to discuss their fears with a few of them.
Have you ever overcome a fear?
Yes, I have.
Well, can you describe your situation?
I was scared of heights and I overcame it.
When and where did you overcome your fear?
So maybe a few years ago, I was forced to go on a roller coaster without my will, and no choice. My friends took me on, and I overcame my fear, went on the roller coaster, and had that adrenaline rush that I loved and enjoyed, and now I'm good.
Would you do it again?
Yes, I would. Maybe not alone, but I would.
And did you learn anything from this experience?
That when you put your mind through it and with a little bit of support from your loved ones, you can overcome anything.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Have you ever overcome a fear?
My greatest fear right now is the fear of heights. That's one that I'm probably never going to overcome. It's one that I've tried my best. I've crossed the Brooklyn Bridge. There's some other bridges I would never dare to cross, but it's an ongoing fight.
When and where did your fear start?
Well, the best I can remember is whenever I was a kid, my parents, when we would drive over an old Champlain bridge, they would constantly tell me stories about people who lost things in the water, and that kind of got into my head. That kind of got into my consciousness and my psyche, and every time I would go by a bridge, it would like scare me. So I guess that's how that, made it worse.
Would you try to overcome your fear again?
Maybe. It depends on the situation. It depends on why I would do it. I'm not going to go there just for fun. I'm not going to rappel off of a mountain or a building, but we'll see.
And did you learn anything from your attempt?
It's not the end of the world if you try, but again, it depends on when and where and how.
Thank you.
Ever overcome your fear?
Oui, bien sûr, là, j'ai toujours la peur d'araignée. À chaque fois là, que j'en rencontre, là, j'essaie de m'éloigner le plus rapidement possible.
Do you know how it started?
Mais bien sûr, là, en regardant des araignées là, qui se promenaient, là, j'ai eu cette peur-là. Okay?
What did you do to overcome it?
Mais en effet, en ayant une maison, en ayant toujours autour de moi là, des araignées, là, ce que je fais là, j'essaie toujours de rester loin ou de me protéger avec différents objets.
What did you learn from the fear?
Mais c'est que la peur peut me sauver là, en restant toujours vigilant autour de moi.
Merci.
Ça fait plaisir.
Have you ever overcome a fear?
En fait, ma peur, elle n'est pas encore parvenue à disparaître. J'ai absolument peur des serpents.
Can you explain how that started?
Je pense que c'est une peur qui m'a été transmise par ma mère. Ma mère a absolument peur des serpents, puis je sais pas pourquoi, mais j'ai l'impression que c'est elle qui m'a transmis cette peur-là.
Would you try to overcome it?
J'ai déjà essayé, mais malheureusement, ça ne fonctionne pas. Peu importe que ce soit un toutou ou un vrai serpent, je suis incapable.
Did you learn anything from trying to overcome it?
Je pense que ça se contrôle, puis j'évite les situations où est-ce que je pourrais être en présence. Donc, c'est juste d'adapter les situations là, à ma peur.
Thank you.
Merci.
Hi, what's your name?
In what class are you?
I'm in class 4B.
And what's your biggest fear?
Spiders.
Now we're gonna watch a video of a spider.
Oh my god.
There are some people that are scared of eating certain foods. That's the topic of this week's SHTV challenge.
Hi, I'm Carlos Kunyan, the host of the SHTV challenge. I am a very picky eater, as you can see from the list that I made for Mr. Lu, in case he wants to surprise me with anything that is food related. For example, I do not eat cabbage, I do not eat cream cheese, vanilla flavored things that have like a strong garlic flavor. I just can't with that, but that's a list for another day. Let's see what this week's challenge is.
Hi, I'm Sena Jabran, Challenge Master. This week's challengers have to eat something that they are scared of.
Whoa. The challenge is to eat something that they're afraid of? Now that, my friends, is a challenge that I would refuse. Because even though I am a foodie, I will not eat foods that I do not like. So let's see who the unlucky challengers are.
Hi, I'm Katya and I accept this fear food challenge.
Well, now that we know who the challengers are, I am going to wish them the best in the world because I just can't imagine the fear of having to eat something that you're already afraid of. Let's see how they do.
So I've never tried mool before. It looks interesting. So I'm gonna have to try this right now. We'll see how it goes. Ariel, what on him? Oh, okay, it's fine. So we've got the mools. Okay. So I got this thing, it's called mool. Looks very interesting, but let's try it. This thing is in the clam, so we'll see. Interesting, very fishy taste. Like I don't know how to describe it. It's good, but it's not good at the same time. I'll give it a 5 on 10. I wouldn't eat this on a day-to-day basis, but it's okay.
Well, that was quite a challenge. Now, I would not do this challenge, as I said again, for the third time, unless it is a buffet of everything that I do eat. For example, sarma, for example, dorma, noodles, spaghetti with bolognese sauce, I think that's what it's called, or tomato sauce. But hey, maybe that will be next week's challenge. So join us next week for another SHTV challenge.
Okay, what's your fear?
Hi, my name is Sylvie Kurtukyan and I have a fear of failing exams.
See me after class. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that exam was so easy.
Yeah, I think I got 100%.
But let's go see who failed.
Yeah, no one.
I don't think anyone failed. Yeah. Cindy, what did you get?
You guys don't need to see.
No,
I'm
yeah.
sure you guys don't think that was so easy. 36 on 60.
Oh my god, that's so embarrassing. Ew.
I think I need help. Teacher?
Yes?
I think I need help.
Why? What's wrong?
I got a really bad grade.
Oh, it's okay, I'll help you. Come, go get a chair and sit down.
Thank you.
Since you got a 36 on 60, I'm gonna let you redo the test, okay?
Really?
Yeah, but you gotta work hard, okay? I believe in you, darling. Yeah.
Next day.
Okay, here you go. You can redo their test now.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm done.
Okay, I'll go correct it right now. Wow, she really improved. I'm so proud of her.
A few moments later.
Okay, you got a 55 on 60. I'm so proud of you.
Oh my god, I'm so happy.
Thank you for watching this episode of SHTV. Over the course of this episode, we saw a lot of people try to face their fears. Let's leave you with one more fearful person.
Okay, this is a question for you. Do you have any fears?
Many.
What's the one you're most scared of?
Just off the bat like that, spiders really scare me.
Oh my god, me too.
Yeah, they're scary.
Now we're going to show you a video of Billie Eilish when she had the spider and she was using it to put on her face and it was walking around her face, and let's see if it's gonna disgust and scare Madame Kari.
Ah! No, turn it off.